On this very day today, Tim Cook became the CEO of Apple after Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, stepped down and a few months later passed away. So, what has Timmy been up to as the CEO of Apple now for 10 years? So first off, of course, he has made Apple the most valuable and profitable company in the world right now. And that's thanks to his contacts, of course, and his partnerships with third-party companies in Asia that have been building the products for Apple now for a very long time, and has been able to sell the products at a great margin as well, which is always a really big deal, of course, when you're this size of a company and you're making a lot of cash. And what's also interesting, of course, in 2011, when Steve Jobs was just stepping down from Apple, ExxonMobil was the most valuable company, but then Apple surpassed it, which was a very important milestone in Apple's investment in shareholders as well. And then, of course, another fun fact is that in 2019, when Saudi's big oil company went public, it was technically the most valuable company out there, but that did not last long because in July, Apple passed it in the $2 trillion mark, being able to come back as the most valuable company in the world and still staying there right now. So first off, of course, let's talk about the products under Tim Cook. So under Tim Cook, Apple has not released any visionary products or astounding products like when Steve Jobs was the CEO of Apple, where with Jobs we had the iPhone, we had the new Mac, we had the iPad, and we had, of course, the App Store. But that's pretty much it, which were life-changing products, of course. And with Tim Cook right now in the reins, only a few products have been out: AirPods, the Apple Watch, the failed AirPower, which never made it to market, and of course some extra services right now. So not really any life-changing products or out there products, mostly just accessories for the iPhone, like the Apple Watch and AirPods, and of course the bigger iPhones. But those were all products that people wanted and not really products that people needed to have, like the iPhone and iPad. But of course, AirPods have been really successful. Of course, don't get me wrong. They've been a big hit, probably $1 billion hit. Also, a very big cultural change, of course, where you know people are wearing AirPods just because how they wear them, of course, in public, in the streets, of course. Even the Apple Watch was a big hit, of course. In the beginning, it had a rough turn, of course, the Apple Watch, since Apple was promoting it as a luxury product, of course. But then that all changed in 2017 when Apple shifted the Apple Watch into the fitness section, where they saw people were using it for a lot of fitness stuff and not as a luxurious product like a crazy expensive watch. So that's why they stopped making the 10-carat Apple Watch Gold, which was a failed product as well. But Apple learned its lesson and quickly changed focus, and now the Apple Watch has been a great success as well as a great accessory for the iPhone, but also for health. And we hear stories, of course, that how the Apple Watch has saved a person's lives as well. But probably the biggest thing that Tim Cook right now as the CEO of Apple will be getting remembered when he steps down from the CEO of Apple is the M1 chip. So this chip, of course, has been very, very important, of course, in Apple's reliance on third-party chip makers, so that they don't have to rely on them. And they are able to design these chips in-house and not having to rely on the third-party ones. So this is very important one because it's made in Apple, and also it runs really, really well, of course, in these products. But another big surprise, of course, is when Tim Cook introduced the iPad Pro this year, and also introduced the M1 chip included with the iPad Pro, which was a very big deal in the iPad's update system, since it's now super powerful, just like the Mac as well. It has the same chip as the Mac, so putting it in the same level as well. So that's pretty much it, where Tim Cook will be getting probably a big applause when he steps down is the M1 chip, and being able to not rely on third-party chips like Intel to supply these chips as well, and so that Apple has a little bit much more control in the design and also on their chips lineup that power these machines for us to use. So that's pretty much it. So has it been a successful or a failure as the CEO of of Apple, Tim Cook? Well, in my opinion, of course, if you're talking about money wise and for investors and shareholders, then it's been a great success. He's made Apple billions and billions of dollars in these past 10 years. But if you're into the products and visionary stuff, then I think it's safe to say that it's been a fail right now. Even though he has released some amazing products, of course, under Tim Cook's leadership, Apple has released some great products, but not out there products. Now, Tim Cook has been teasing that VR or AR is going to be the next big thing for Apple. So we'll see what Apple will be working on in the future. The only thing we pretty much have seen with AR with is the iPhones, but like that was like in 2017 or 2018 when Apple released AR kit to iOS, and it hasn't really seen any exciting things around that yet. But we'll see what we'll see in the future of what Tim Cook has under his belt and surprises for everybody when it comes to products. So if you enjoyed this video as much as I did, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to this video to see much more videos like this, and also like the video as well, so that the YouTube algorithm can push our video out there. And as always, I will see you guys later. Peace.